Hey, I'm Alan Anderson.
I'm Kathy Doonan.
I'm Kathy Rankin.
And I'm Jessica Warren. Hi everyone, we are the hospital school teachers and we're here for another fun experiment to talk about our children's logo. Today we're going to talk about something in the sky, a cloud. But in order for us to understand the cloud, we really need to understand the water cycle. So right here we see that our water is on the ground, and when it comes, it evaporates up into the cloud and it forms condensation. The condensation will form and then it brings precipitation, or what we know as rain, and then it starts the cycle all over again.
So, clouds are made up of water and ice particles that are floating in the sky. The sky can be full of water that we cannot see because it has turned into something we call water vapor. As the water vapor goes higher and higher in the sky, the cooler air that is up there is causing the water droplets to stick to things like bits of dust or ice, even salt from the sea. Did you know clouds are named by two different things, either by their shape or by where they're found in the sky? Some clouds are really high up in the sky. Some clouds are closer to the Earth's surface. Some even touch the ground, and they're called fog. Fog only forms when the air near the ground cools enough to turn the water vapor into water or ice particles.
Did you know that there are many different types of fog? Ice fog forms when the air is cold enough close to the ground to turn the water vapor into ice crystals. This only happens in really cold places like Alaska and Canada. And then there's freezing fog. Freezing fog forms when it's cold enough for the ice to form around small dust or smoke particles in the air. And then there's the most dangerous type of fog called superfog. Superfog is dangerous because the water vapor combines with smoke in the air, and it makes it so hard to see. Even if you held your hand in front of your face, you couldn't even see it.
Today we're going to make a fog cloud, more specifically a fog cloud in a jar. Here's what you'll need: a glass container, a bag of ice cubes, hot water, and hairspray. I'll also put a pan under my glass container in case I spilled water. First, you pour the hot water into the container. Your water should be hot, but not to the point of boiling, because your container will break. And as you can see, my water is getting everywhere. You may want to swirl your water around in your jar just a little bit to warm your jar. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to place your bag of ice cubes on top of your jar. You'll notice the condensation forming on the inside of the jar. If you look very carefully, you'll begin to see fog as this hot and cold air begins to interact. You can see the condensation, and you can see the jar fogging up just a little bit. So what we're going to do to speed this process up is we're going to remove the bag of ice, and we're going to spray a bit of hairspray very quickly into the jar and put the bag of ice back on the jar. Now what you'll notice is that the hairspray is creating particles of droplets for the water droplets to form around. Notice how the fog is really building up now that the hot water from the bottom meets the cold air from the top. Now when we remove the bag, a fog cloud will escape from the jar. You can wave your hand through the fog to feel the air as it escapes.
Thank you for weathering through another fun science experiment revolving around our Children's Hospital logo. We're the Children's Hospital school teachers, and we'll be back with you for another fun science experiment.